Hey guys, how's it going? I want to share with you a little trick that my mind did that could make your workouts better, to get you to work out or to get you something that you don't want to do or to eat healthier. And my mind did this not on purpose. So I remember one day I got up in the morning and I usually go to a workout class, and my mind was like, it's like, I don't want to go today. Said, I don't want to go. I'm not going. And you know what? In my mind, I answered myself and I said, okay, you don't have to go. Okay, we won't go. We'll just like do something else. And then I went on with my morning. I got up the boys, I get them ready, fed the boys. And right last minute before going to the car, I ran upstairs. I changed into my workout clothes and I drove after dropping off the boys, I drove to the workout class. And it worked so well because I think two things happened. I allowed myself not to go, which was very important for me because I'm a rebel. And actually, I'll tell you now. So I was listening to Gretchen Ruben. She's done some research on different types of people in terms of motivation and habits forming. And she categorized people into four different categories, and one of them is a rebel. So, rebel is a type of person who does not want to follow any rules, externally imposed rules or internally imposed rules. A rebel wants to do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it, which is, I identify with a rebel really well. And so that's why I did not want to go to the workout, because like in my plan was to go to workout. So I was like, I don't want to go. And so I allowed myself not to go. And then I fully felt that I'm not going. And I was so happy. And an hour later, right before leaving, what happened was my true desire to work out came out, because I felt no pressure, no obligation to go work out. My true desire to work out came out, and I went to work out. Not because I should work out, not because I have to work out, but because it feels good. And this is the other thing that Gretchen Ruben taught me about me, is that she says the motivation that the rebels have, that works for rebels, is feeling good. They do it because something feels good. The other thing that the rebels do for other people, for example, is not out of obligation, but out of love. And which is so true for me. Like, I do not want to do something for you because I have to. Like that, I'm either going to do it and resent you and be angry about it or grumpy, or I'm not going to do it. Or if I decide and find the spot in my heart that I feel like I'm doing it because I love you, oh yes, that feels really good and I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to do it because I have to. It reminds me of a time when I talked to my husband about meat, like what to make for dinner, and he says, "Well, you have this and this, might as well make meatballs." And I have when I have ground beef. I mean, I like making tacos. It's super easy. Kids love it. I just fry it up with some taco seasoning, easy tortilla wraps, and it's easy. But he suggested meatballs, and I did not want to make meatballs because there's like these steps that I don't want to do to make meatballs the way my husband likes them. And I was just like, F, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it. And so I really found it in my heart to just do it for him because he likes it that way. But I really did not want to be doing it. So anyway, so Gretchen Rubin has these other types I can tell you about later. But what happened was, and I found it such a great trick. So if you're a rebel, that could work for you, but you really have to be really knowing yourself really well to really kind of motivate yourself properly, right? Because for me, that's why I'm so good at exercising every day, is because I was somehow got lucky and did not force myself to exercise. I just kind of allowed myself to not exercise. And then I found that I feel so good after it and during it that I'm like, okay, you know what? I really want to. And so somehow that works for me. And if you're a rebel and you have been kind of forcing yourself to do something and you haven't been, well, then your way to motivate yourself is to really drop that obligation. Just like truly, truly, truly. And that might mean you don't do it for a while. That might mean you just, just like kind of suffer the consequences of not exercising. But really, then you're going to actually be free to really reveal your true desire to maybe you, instead of doing a workout class, you want to go for a walk. Sometimes that's like for myself, I've decided, every day I move. Whatever I do is going to be different. But I do have rules, like kind of boundaries that I set for myself. I said, at least once a week minimum, I'm going to do lift weights once a week. And the rebel in me really likes the idea that I don't have to do it today. I can do it tomorrow. But the thing is, because it feels good to do it, and the rebel in me really likes the options that I can choose any day, then it feels motivated to do it. So then I'm just like, okay, I'll do it today. Sometimes I do twice a week. But I really like the feeling of freedom, the feeling of choice, and the fact that I don't have to do it. I'm like, okay, just once a week. And so the fact that I tricked my mind, it's kind of like tricking a little kid. I mean, the little kid would be super upset, right? But it's kind of like tricking the kid inside of you and saying, yeah, it's fine. You don't have to go do this. And then you tell the kid last minute, just like, let's go do it. Because what happens is when you do it last minute, your mind doesn't have a chance and time to object. It just does it, right? You don't have a chance to argue and dread and convince yourself not to go. You just go and do it. Same thing with little kids, right? Or kids in general. If I tell them in advance they have to do something they don't want to do early enough, they're going to have a whole week to tell me why they don't want to do it and all the reasons why they shouldn't. But if I wait till last minute or that morning off, they just deal with it and they just go on and do it. So then I thought, okay, how could I apply this trickery to my mind with food? Like, and I think I did it once. I can't remember, but I think I could just, if my mind wants something like a donut or something, I'm like, yeah, we can get it. But then last minute, you decide something else, right? You choose a healthier option or you choose to not do it. I think I did it when I went through drive-through, and sometimes I used to get a Timbit, like a little donut hole with my coffee, and I just told myself I'll get it. But then last minute, I exercised the human brain and I said no. And it worked. So I wanted to share that trick with you. It might help you. It might not help you, but definitely go check out Gretchen Ruben and her YouTube channel. Maybe she's even on Instagram. The other types of people that she mentioned are an upholder. So upholder is someone who really, really loves rules, really loves order, loves following the rules, is very happy when the rules are followed, when everything is done kind of by the book. And, they can be really annoying sometimes. Even they can annoy themselves. But so there's a rebel, there's an upholder, there's a questioner. Oh, so the rebel, so in terms of, she always applies it in terms of motivation. So an upholder is very motivated to follow the rules, right? The rebel is motivated by the freedom of choice and freedom of time. The questioner is somebody who really likes to understand all the reasons why something is the way it is. Like, why should I exercise? Why is it good for me? And once the questioner really understands why, then they're motivated to do that thing. And what's the last one? The rebel, the upholder, the questioner, and there's the people pleaser one. It's called so basically this person is really, really good at meeting external expectations, but they're really not great at meeting internal expectations. So someone who's really good at, meeting all the expectations at work, meeting all the family, obliger. They're an obliger. So then they're really good at doing things for their kids and their spouse and work and meeting their friends. But when it comes to taking themselves to the gym or going to do their favorite craft or something for themselves, they're not that good about it because they're just really somehow not motivated to uphold the word they gave to themselves. But they're really good at doing it for others. So they're motivated by external motivation, not internal. So go check Gretchen Ruben out, and hopefully this trick works for you. I love you all, and have a great day.